Welcome back to the Welcome Home Lake Norman podcast. Today we have myself, Ryan, Tiffany, Ben, another Ben, intern Ben.
Can I say my favorite nephew? Oh, I got a bunch of nephews.
I was going to say, I haven't met any other nephews, so he must be your favorite.
Well, he's sort of a favorite of mine now. Of course, he's my namesake.
Yeah, so I mean.
But plus, he's getting ready to go to law school, you know? I'm proud of that.
We haven't convinced him not to yet. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm sorry, Lake Norman people. Another Ben is going to law school from the same family, so you're going to have another 75 years of Bens in the family.
Whew. Man, that's tough, isn't it?
That's a lot.
So, Ben, we appreciate you being with us, working as an intern this summer.
Yeah.
Excited to be here. This is going to be a great summer. I'm really looking forward to
picking up all of our coffee.
Oh, my God. I know. I've already made a
I
couple
only asked you
runs.
to do that once.
That's messed up.
He picked up my dry cleaning today.
He went over and got you a new shirt.
It looks great, by the way.
To be fair, he was already out running errands.
Oh, okay. So you went to undergrad where?
So I went to UNC Wilmington, and I graduated last May.
With what?
I was a business major, entrepreneurship concentration. So that was
They have entrepreneurship as a concentration there?
yeah, it's a really cool program. It's very all inclusive of a lot of the other majors. So,
You just kind of go do whatever?
yeah, exactly.
Build your
How
own
do you
major?
teach entrepreneurship? I think that's definitely something that's kind of
think it's
innate to
innate.
someone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So entrepreneurship, you grew up moderately around here, right? This Lake
Well, I
Norman
grew
area?
up in Greensboro. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you spent a lot of time here. You know,
Spent
this
a lot
area.
of time growing up, coming to the lake,
With
coming
Uncle
over
Ben.
coming over to Uncle Ben's house. Yeah, so near and dear to the heart for sure.
So why law school?
Well, it's always been kind of in the cards. I've always thought about law school in the long term. I kind of went the business route in undergrad just because the business school is great at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, the Cameron School of Business, and really good direction. You have all kinds of courses that you can take. I actually took several classes in business law, so just kind of having that exposure early is great. But, it's just a great program, great professors, and, I thought about political science or something else, but the beauty of the law degree is, you can really do anything in undergrad and end up going to law school, so.
That's right.
I would like for Wilmington to please accept that plug in lieu of any alumni donations from
Yeah,
Ben
absolutely.
Stevens.
I'm getting phone calls
I was
already.
getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to call it Wilmington High, though, but no. Hey, no, Wilmington, that's kind of a school of choice. A lot of people going out there to school.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you want to go hang out on the beach all day?
Well, Ben didn't do that. He studied, didn't you?
I didn't see the beach once during school, actually.
What's
I was in the
wrong with you?
library for the majority of the time. No, actually, I lived on Wrightsville Beach. I mean, it is a destination.
I was joking around with Tiff. Like, I don't remember our library at our school. I think I went in there once when they gave us the tour, and I never went in there. Like, people would tell me, they're like, yeah, I'm studying in the library. And I'm
I was
like,
a
where
tutor,
is
so
that?
I remember the library in undergrad, but I didn't see the library in law school until bar prep.
Really?
Yep.
So law schools, where are we thinking? Have we decided yet?
So, yeah, I've actually already committed to South Carolina, University of South Carolina. I actually haven't heard back from a couple schools, so there might be a last second switch up, but as of now, I'm pretty
Harvard's in the running still.
I'm waiting for the call back. They're really, they're really dragging their feet on me. So, that's kind of a red flag there. So I think I'm going to choose South Carolina over them.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, they're just
won't
slow to
begrudge you
market.
that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
they're just slow to
Exactly.
market. I mean, they could have got you, but
Now, wait a minute. Are you going to you going to be a South Carolina football fan now?
I don't know if I could ever.
I mean,
be a Gamecock.
your dad's a Tennessee guy.
I'm a Vol.
Your
I grew up-
mom's a LSU.
a lot of SEC blood coursing through these veins for sure, but
he's going to be a Gamecock.
I'm going to be a
I
Gamecock.
don't know about that. Now.
I know.
We might have to switch schools.
3 years of Will Muschamp, man, it's gonna be a brutal. It's gonna be
You're not going to enjoy yourself.
No,
You're gonna,
I don't
but
know.
what you're going to have is some great defensive linemen that don't do anything in college and go be studs in the NFL.
I'm really looking forward to it. That's gonna be great.
It's going to translate to no wins, but you're going to be able to watch some NFL.
Hey, you're not going to see any
greats.
football. You're going to be.
I'm gonna be in the
studying
library.
your
Yeah,
butt off,
exactly.
man.
It's just like the beach. Just don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what we're going to talk about today, after our glorious intro to intern Ben, He is here in this Lake Norman area. He's got some things that he wants to do because most of his time, he's just kind of been able to like come and hang out a little bit, but he has some bucket list things. And so we're going to talk about kind of the reopening of Lake Norman as new stores and businesses are opening back up after the pandemic. And so we're going to kind of go over some of the reopening things. And then also we're going to hear some of these bucket list items that he wants to do and that we're also probably going to suggest that he does.
Maybe it will give us some ideas.
Yeah. So with reopening, Tiff, what kind of is going on or what are we seeing with businesses opening back up in this area?
Well, if you were to go out to the restaurants right now, you'd be surprised at how normal everything seems. Restaurants are operating at half capacity, of course. They've got to meet social distancing guidelines, but we're well into phase 2 where most restaurants are back open. Some are still doing takeout exclusively or still doing takeout in addition to dine-in. But restaurants are back at it. Retail's back at it. Still no gyms open. I know they're upset about that, but
ours is able to. So our gym, since they have like a massive outdoor area, and I think the Y is doing the same thing. They have these outdoor facilities. They're able to comply with all the social distancing guidelines, but it's just outdoor workouts. Nobody can go inside gyms right now. Still.
Yeah.
And I know people really want to get back.
I know you do. So, yeah, you're ready to get back
after
it.
I've been at the front door of all the gyms.
I miss my personal trainer, man.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. You can luckily go outside and
at
least say hi to him.
Yeah.
Ben, restaurants.
Yeah, man. It is so nice to go sit down in a restaurant, order your favorite beverage, and have a meal.
Cabernet.
I mean, I didn't realize how much I would miss going out to restaurants. Mm-hmm. And, it's tough being at home. And we still...
With your family all the time.
It's really tough. So
now,
y'all get me in trouble every time.
No.
Start bringing up that, and then I go home and I go, "What was that all about? What do you mean?"
They're one of our 8 listeners.
Well, that's where you get the opportunity to say, "No, I don't feel that way at all." We're
trying to help you.
Yeah,
like, no. They put words into my mouth.
Yeah, they always do. That's what I say. Angela, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't want to say that about you.
Our office is...
She can't cook. She is a horrible cook.
She could.
I'm trying to keep you from digging a hole, man.
We went over for dinner the other night, and it was very
wonderful. Good. She fried some okra.
My daughter, Mary Taylor, was home.
So she helped?
She did.
Well, yeah.
Great green beans.
I told you, my wife's got a sign up in the kitchen that says, "I kiss better than I cook." And
I've made a joke about that once or twice.
It's real close.
But our office, I was going to say.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Almost back to normal, I'd say. We're back in our conference rooms using those tables that Ben designed himself. We missed them. Plenty of space for everybody to spread out. Ben and I wear masks in the closing. Clients are welcome to do that if they feel comfortable doing that. But we make people sanitize as they come in. But it is a nice alternative to the curbside closing. Mm-hmm. We will come down to your car if you're not comfortable coming in.
So how did curbside go? What do you guys think of it?
Surprisingly well. It went much better than I ever could have expected.
Yeah.
Do you like doing it?
Oh, I loved it. Well, that was the first spring I'd seen in 30 years, because we just come in the morning and leave in the evening. But it was fantastic.
Well, I mean, for you, it's weird because you've been doing this for so long and closing in like conference rooms. Generally, people your age are like set in their ways, and you're like, no, let's do it. Like, let's change it up. It's cool, and you seem to
and we did
enjoyed
a lot of them.
And our clients were great about it. I mean, they were really flexible. Some of them were thankful. They did not want to come inside a building that they weren't familiar with. So
a couple of them jumped out of their cars and tried to help me run down some papers when the wind would blow.
That's sweet of them.
It was.
Because you're like,
they were a lot faster than me too.
I can't go. My heart.
We did a few tailgate closings. Some people wanted to stand up by the tailgate.
Did they get a grill? I would. If someone would have brought a grill and some beers for their closing and did a true tailgate.
I tried to, say, well, let's call my husband and see if he can bring the
I would have 100%. I should have done that.
Parking lot party.
We need to do that one Friday.
The next pandemic, we should.
Yes.
The next one.
Yeah, we should have
this
the
fall,
green egg going and just barbecue out there all day
I would
long.
100% do it. I will stop all of my business to come over and grill all day long.
There's an idea.
I'm in. I am all in. This is backyard closing grillings.
Yeah.
Nothing like mustard all over your,
That's
your
right.
closing
Yeah.
papers.
Hamburgers,
Just
hot
sign
dogs,
the
and
deed
natty
right
lights.
there.
I love
Ignore
it.
the ketchup.
You see, Ben, when you hire a marketing guy, you got to have him bring you the ideas before it's too late to do them. So remember that.
Well, the next
When you
pandemic,
get a
we're going to do
marketing-
it.
Ben's being really
yeah,
tough
I
on
know.
you today.
The next pandemic.
I know Ben's
Let me see.
getting
There's
me today.
been one really in my lifetime. So
Well, there was one
hopefully
in
we'll never
there was
see
one in
another.
1929.
No, you're thinking of the Spanish flu
That's
that was
funny.
before that. That
Well,
was a stock market crash, I think.
Yeah, I think they consider that kind of a. I guess it was a U.S. It wasn't pan.
It wasn't.
Pan
was
means
not a
around the
pandemic.
world,
It
so
was
it was
a
a U.S.
crisis.
crisis. I
Yeah.
got that part.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of we're at a gym where we hear people talk about the real estate industry that are kind of they're in it, but they don't know the whole industry. They think that they are experts in it, but they might not have a full idea of what's going on. I feel like you guys have a very good grasp because you see all real estate coming in, not just their little world. We've heard, the real estate market's not going very well right now. What do you guys think?
It's
What
the
were they smoking?
it's the best I've ever seen it in all of my years of practice. I would have never believed it.
On
Because
fire.
especially with the pandemic, I would have said, all this stuff's going to slow down. Now, it may still slow down. I don't know, but it sure doesn't look like it right now.
You guys are
It's
about to close the most houses you've ever closed in a month this month.
Yeah.
And it's currently phase 2.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and there's a lot of refis in there, so people have gotten low rates, and they're taking advantage of that. And I don't. There was certainly a lot of people out of work, and a lot of people got hurt really bad from this thing, but not everybody. And
Right.
there's still people out there ready to buy houses, and there's still a shortage.
right.
We
Right.
still need more inventory.
Yeah, I mean, currently what you guys are seeing and what we're hearing around the market is there are way more buyers than there are sellers. You can't find houses, you can't find good houses, and those good houses go a day, sometimes faster.
Oh, there was one today. I had a client who, oh my goodness, in 10 hours they ended up with like 14 offers or something.
Wow.
On day one.
That's crazy. Can you believe that? 14 offers
In a
on one
pandemic.
house?
Within a month. Within the last month. I mean, it wasn't a long close. It was,
Wow.
yeah.
So, if you're thinking about buying or selling a house, go for it. You are in
don't
a
wait.
good
Don't
yeah,
wait
you're in a
long.
good situation. So, kind of shifting gears there, intern Ben.
Intern Ben, is that what we're going to call him?
Oh, I love it.
Look, everybody goes, Ben, and I'm turning around going, what?
No, you get out of here, guy.
What do you mean you want me to get your coffee?
So, what's on our bucket list? What do we, if you're, I mean, hopefully you're going to be able to do some things here before, as businesses open up. What are some of the things that you've looked forward to doing this summer?
Man, well, I had a lot of goals in the office that I was thinking about, stuff that to improve, to improve myself for law school, things I wanted to learn. But I mean, in the greater community, there's there's a ton of stuff. Obviously, I'd like to get to. I'd love to get out on the lake sometimes.
You haven't even been on the lake yet?
I haven't even been on the lake yet. I mean,
Oh, my
it's
gosh.
there's a lot of things I need to do.
What a terrible uncle.
Hey, he's working, man. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, it's just nose to the grindstone. I haven't been able to get on the boat yet, but there's so many things. Like I'd love to get down to South End. Like I love going into Charlotte. It's a super fun area. I've got a bunch of friends there. There's actually like a beer garden type deal, except it's for seltzers.
We're going to the seltzery.
We're
As soon
going to
as
the
that
seltzery.
opens,
What
we're
is that?
going.
What is that?
It's for young people.
Yeah,
It's you remember? Did you try the White Claws?
Tom did.
Tom,
neighbor
your
Tom?
neighbor Tom, who is older than you, he tried White Claws with me. Me and him.
Dare I say hipper? I don't know.
No,
you're
gosh,
pretty
no,
with it.
no.
but-
Tom and I slammed some clams.
I know.
I mean, is that like a baby beer or something?
No,
it's like
not
an
a beer
adult
at all.
LaCroix.
There
That's
you
the
go.
best way of putting
Yeah.
it.
That's a good way to put it.
You've got
Exactly.
some at your house.
That's
Mary
great,
Taylor
but
will give you
what's
one.
what's a LaCroix?
LaCroix.
I think a what?
A seltzer water,
A seltzer.
you know,
Sparkling
fizzy
water.
water.
Is that something you drink the day after? Isn't it? Make
No.
you feel better?
No, it feels good now.
Okay.
So we're going. Intern Ben and I are going to the seltzery.
Slamming some clamps.
I'm coming
Yep.
too.
Okay, you can come.
Okay, I got
They
it.
Are
had
you going to
some
come?
Well, I mean,
Are we gonna introduce
let me
you to
ask this.
seltzer?
Do they serve very good Cabernet?
I highly doubt it.
Doubt it. No, they
I
said
won't
that-
be joining you.
No, they serve more than seltzer. I looked it up the other day because the basil mint flavor piqued my interest. They've got some interesting flavors.
We
to
don't know
check
when
out.
they're opening, but we're excited for it. And that's
Not
down in
soon enough.
Charlotte. It's not here.
Drinking's gotten complicated now in this new generation.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much to choose from.
I agree.
You know, it used to be it was either Bud or Bud Light.
Well, we're getting more health conscious. We want some lower
Seltzer,
calorie, lower
water.
carb
Oh, is that
options.
better for you?
Yeah.
Less calories,
Yeah.
Lower carbs.
Yep.
lower carbs. Okay.
Hey, if
No,
it's on,
you're getting
if
in
you
there
went
now.
back to keto, then
Yeah, keto friendly
Mm-hmm.
beer.
So South End, Seltzery, we got to get you on the water. I mean, I feel like that's an easy one. We checked a podcast off your list. You know,
That was
are-
number one, honestly. I did.
Number one is getting on the podcast, so we've got that one done.
we'll have to do a check-in at the end of the summer
Yeah.
before you go.
Yep.
Yeah, see if you hit into your bucket list there.
Yep.
At the
What
end
else
of
we
summer.
got? Anything good? Or
It's good, you know.
have you been to the Whitewater Center?
Oh, that was definitely on the list. So I don't know if it's fully
It's
open
not, but you
yet.
can do the biking trails.
Okay,
I saw a couple
so-
friends there.
Right. I would love to do that. I was actually I was supposed to be out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I was out there during the winter, and you know, that door closed, unfortunately, because of COVID. But a window opened, and I was able to come out here and work for my uncle and have this awesome opportunity. But you know, to get out back outdoors, do some whitewater rafting, maybe doing some fishing around here, maybe doing some biking. I mean,
That's right. You were actually teaching fly fishing.
no, I worked at a ranch for a couple summers. I never actually taught fly fishing, but I was friends with all the guides.
He was taught fly fishing.
Yeah, and I'd
Well,
fly
you-
fish often, so
Okay. Well, I thought you were like a guide or something out there.
I probably could guide if it came down to it, but
Because
I don't like tying
need
that many
some- I
knots.
need some help because
I've
I'm
never
a
fly-
terrible, I'm a
I've never
terrible
done it.
fly fisherman. I need some help.
That
We'll
sounds
get
like
out
it would be
there.
fun.
You know, we ought to do that. Where's a good place to go?
I know a couple realtors that are very into fly fishing, so I will ask them. Preston at the gym is big fly fisher,
Oh,
so I'll ask him.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, because we could run up to the mountains, and should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But do they catch them this time of year?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Really?
yeah. Summer's great. There's a lot of the hatches, so a lot of
We're
the
gonna bring
flies
some
are-
white claws and we're gonna go fly fishing.
oh my gosh.
Wait a minute, Tiff. Can I have a weekend off?
Your name comes first in the name.
Yeah, we know what that means.
So Tiff, can you have a weekend?
Guess we're gonna have a weekend off to go fly fishing with my nephew, please.
Let's look at the count. Of course. Of course.
So fly
on his
fishing,
bucket list, for
lake.
goodness
What
sake.
else we got? Any restaurants around here? Lake Norman restaurants.
Gosh, you know, I'm a big proponent of Zika.
Oh yeah,
the
you've
Indian
asked like
restaurant,
the
and I've
last
been
week.
really trying to put people onto it because I love Indian food, and I know a lot of people turn their nose up to it. You know that it's a very, you know, some people say pungent food, but I'd like to
Yeah.
think more, you know, aromatic. So
He's already a lawyer.
guy.
I love it.
exactly,
This guy.
but it's great, and I would, you know, if you're listening to this podcast, go check them out. Great family-run business, and they make some delicious food. So put that on the list for the summer too.
Oh Lord, another foodie coming up, man! Don't you love it?
So Tiff, if you were able to give intern Ben a couple suggestions, where would you try and send him for his Lake Norman bucket list?
Whitewater Center's already been mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Carowinds.
I love. By the way, I do love Carowinds. But I was making that more of like a fall thing because
Oh,
I do
okay.
love Scarowinds. That's kind of my
Scarowinds is
preference.
actually good.
I don't guess you ever grow out
that's
of
like
that.
prime time.
Carowinds. I still love it. When I
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
it, you know?
Scarowinds are awesome.
We need to get him to go to Lazy Five.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I've been there. Yeah,
no.
no, that's
Oh,
never
okay.
gonna be on the list.
I was
I
gonna
know it.
say,
Hey, that's one of our big attractions here in Mooresville. Y'all treat them good.
Just animal feces smell and children running.
Well,
around.
your
That's
Hey,
just-
now, kids love that place.
Your
Yeah.
kids went up there and they said the animals were just
His
face inside
20
the
and
cars.
21-year-old
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love it. They come in
Yeah.
there and you stick their head in the car, and it's. I think kids love that place.
Where are you
I
gonna
think
take?
you should
Okay.
go glamping.
oh yeah,
in
I
Nashville.
definitely.
That's a solid one. I mean, that's a big dream right there.
No, it's a bucket list. It's not.
Okay, I get it. All right, where is he supposed to go? Where we need to send him? Epic. He's got to go to Epic.
Oh yeah, but he'd go.
Have you been to Epic?
a bunch?
Epic like the food.
Yeah, Epic
Yeah,
Chop House?
there's one in Wilmington.
Oh, is there?
Well, it's a different kind. Of.
Oh, different epic.
privately
This is a little bit
owned.
more epic.
Well,
Well, yeah, it might be, but this is. I doubt the same owners own one out there.
No,
do
there's
they?
no way.
Nah, they own one
well,
across the lake.
Choplin's, obviously.
Yeah,
Choplin's,
We gotta
yeah.
go to Choplin's. That's if you're listening and you haven't been to Choplin's. That's my favorite steak, and I would like to say I'm a steaky.
So Ryan's ranking of steaks around here. Number 1, Choplin's. Number 2, the ones that he makes on the Big Green Egg.
Ryan Weber's house.
Number 3, Epic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to have a Ben Stevens steak. Maybe bump some of
get
those
out of
down.
here. You probably use propane. Get out of here.
That should be on your bucket list. Is
Cole
the Big
Pierce
Green
over
Egg
here.
steak.
Oh, I would
Yes.
love, actually, bucket list item is get more proficient with the Big Green Egg because,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
He's got 2.
I've got
Just
2.
come over.
yeah, you know, it's a big purchase, not kind of a little bit down the road, maybe when I own my own home having one, but just being proficient because it's, for me right now, it seems like a process just to cook something small or for 1 or 2
It is,
people.
but-
That's why
you know,
he has the
it's a labor of
mini.
love, I guess.
he's
Yeah.
up faster.
You can get efficient on it. You
Right.
can get better efficiency. Anything else?
Do you need a workout buddy this summer?
Oh yeah, we can get you jacked. We're
Get
gonna
jacked.
yeah. Bucket list, get huge.
He's already got the
Yeah.
Go to
he's already got the sweetest, cutest girlfriend. So don't,
He's not
he
worried
doesn't
about
need- He doesn't
want
need to
him
work out.
We want him to intimidate people in law school.
Oh yeah, okay. That's not the way you do that in law school, by the way.
Oh, just a tip for when you go to law school. Don't be a gunner. You know what that is? The person that always raises their hand first and tries to answer all the questions, even if they don't know it. Don't do that. People don't like the gunner.
I agree.
Law school. You got law school advice for him, intern Ben.
I was the hider. I hid in the back and
Me
kept
too,
my hands
but
on-
my last name was always at the end of the alphabet, and the professors thought they were sneaky, and they would go in reverse order, so I always knew I'd get called on first.
Yeah, Thomas was pretty safe actually. Stephen, you're going to be pretty safe.
you'll be
Yeah,
good.
you'll be
You
all
start
right.
from the front end, the back end, and then if you just hide,
You'll be good from there. You just hide the rest of the time.
it's pretty brutal. You know, depending on which school you get to, that first year is they scare you pretty bad.
Any other law school advice? We good for intern Ben?
We'll try this on the.
We're gonna bring intern Ben on at the end of internship, and we're gonna see what you learn. We're gonna quiz
And we're
you.
gonna. Well, yeah, Ben will for sure.
I was here thinking I was going to be a reoccurring guest. I thought this was kind of like a weekly thing.
We've
so-
been really slack on the podcast.
We're not even reoccurring guests.
Yeah.
It's been a monthly thing, and it should be a weekly thing, but because of the pandemic, we haven't been able to have our business owners on, and that's really what we want. I know I have 3 that I want on because I like their business because it has to do with desserts and sweets, and I'm just fingers
I know
crossed
one,
that
Red's-
they're coming on.
You're talking about Red's cookies.
Yes, if we can
Scratch
get
made,
and
Red
I've
Scratch
talked to her. She wants to come on, but we've been quarantining, so we're
Yeah.
gonna get some business owners on. If you
Can
guys,
you work out samples?
that's always
my
the goal.
God.
It's
Is that
always
that one?
welcome.
Yes.
Is that the
yes.
one Angela gets all the time?
Yes.
That's
So good.
Oh my God, those people are making me so fat.
Yeah.
They're so good. Though. Let's get them on. Yeah, for sure.
We need to get them, and then we've got the new bar. Is it a bar? Hoptown.
Hoptown. Yeah, we're gonna have them on when they open,
Yep.
or right when they open,
So
which is gonna be later this year.
yeah, because they're not allowed to yet.
They make those seltzer beers.
I hope so. If they do, they're going to be on.
That's
They'll-
a new term, seltzer beer.
Seltzer beer. That's Ben's beers.
Do they come in a pint or a half pint?
No,
None of
a
that.
skinny 12 ounce.
Is that a? Oh no! Don't say the word skinny.
Yeah.
I think I'm ordering coffee now with that.
Well, if you guys have any other businesses that you'd like to hear from, we are always interested in talking to some of our local
Anything for intern Ben
businesses.
to do this summer?
Yeah, if you've got ideas for intern Ben, hit us up on the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Law at the Lake. Facebook, Thomas and Weber. Other than that,
At Tiffin Web.
oh, you just want some personal shout outs?
Yeah.
Okay. Or at Tiffan Web. So you can get
I'll actually answer your question. Well, so will Law at the Lake, but
yeah. That's usually me answering. So I usually have to wait until I can get a hold of one of these guys and ask them the question. But cool. Hope this was good for you guys, and we will see you next time on the Welcome Home Lake Norman podcast.